Hello friends, welcome to Pendulum Edu, and today we'll be discussing daily current affairs of 29 May 2020. These current affairs are very important for all of your exam for which you are preparing. So let's start the current affairs. In this series, we'll be discussing current affairs, and along with every news, we'll discuss the questions which can be asked. So let's start the session. First news is PFC tied up with TajSets to provide nutritious food to COVID-19 warriors. TajSets is one of the Asia's largest food companies, and it is tied up with Power Finance Corporation Limited (PFC) to provide hygienic and nutritious food to COVID-19 warriors. The doctors and other medical staff involved in treating COVID-19 patients at Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital will be given packed lunch boxes by these TajSets and Power Finance Corporation. PFC has also contributed earlier to PM CARES Fund, and that too rupees 200 crores. And PFC has also signed an MOU, a Memorandum of Understanding, with Narmada Basin Projects Company Limited (NBPCL) to fund 225 megawatt hydroelectric projects and 12 major multi-purpose projects in Madhya Pradesh. What is Power Finance Corporation Limited? It is a central PSU under the Ministry of Power. So here we have studied the news. Now let's see what type of questions can be asked. So first question is, Power Finance Corporation has tied up with which of the following food companies to provide nutritious food to COVID-19 warriors? And the options are TajSets, Nestle, PepsiCo and JBS. And you know the answer. The answer is TajSets. Next question, which central PSU has signed an MOU with Narmada Basin Projects Company Limited to fund various projects in Madhya Pradesh? And the options are Oil and Natural Gas Corporation Limited, Power Finance Corporation Limited, National Thermal Power Corporation Limited and Coal India Limited. So you know the correct answer. It is Power Finance Corporation Limited. Friends, in this way you will be able to revise your concepts related to the news, and also you will be able to solve the questions which can be asked in any form from this current affair. The next news is advisory on reprocessing and reuse of eye protection goggles. So an advisory has been issued by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare on reprocessing and reuse of eye protection goggles. These eye protection goggles, these are important part of personal protection equipments kit, and this personal protection equipment kits, these include clothing which is used to protect the medical staff or any other person from being infected, and this includes aprons, gloves, face mask, and also these eye protection goggles, and also body coveralls. Body coveralls are basically gowns that medical staff wear, and the goggles that has to be used must meet the Bureau of Indian Standards BIS specifications and can be used again after proper disinfection. And the reprocessing has to be done after every use before reusing it. And also the Health Ministry has stated that the recovery rate in India has increased to 41.61%. Now we should know what is this BIS. So first you can see over here in the figure that what all include personal protective equipment. So it include respiratory mask, face mask, long sleeve disposable gown or body coverall, gloves, apron, and disposable goggles or full face visor. Now Bureau of Indian Standards, it is an Indian national standard body that works under the aegis of Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution. It is a statutory body that was established by the Bureau of Indian Standards Act 2016, and its headquarters is in New Delhi. So let's see the question. Which of the following are the major components of personal protection equipment kits? And the options are goggles, gloves, face mask and body coveralls. So you have to select the correct answer from the codes given below. 1, 2 and 3, 2 and 3, 2, 3 and 4 and all of the above. So the correct answer for this will be option D, that is goggles, gloves, face mask and body coveralls. These all are the major components of personal protection equipment kits. Moving to the next news, Special Board of Governors meeting of NDB held through video conferencing. So a Special Board of Governors meeting of New Development Bank was held through video conferencing, in which the Finance Minister of India Nirmala Sitharaman participated. And during the meeting, Mr. Marcos Trojo from Brazil was elected as the new president of the New Development Bank, and he has replaced KV Kamath from India. Mr. Marcos, he'll take over as the president of New Development Bank on July 7, 2020. And here you can see picture of Mr. Marcos Trojo. And Anil Kishora has been elected as the vice president of the New Development Bank. Here in the figure, Mr. Anil Kishora. Talking about New Development Bank, so it is a bank that was established by BRICS nation in 2014, and this BRICS nations are Brazil, Russia, India, China and South Africa. The headquarters of New Development Bank are located in Shanghai, China, and this bank aims to mobilize resources for development projects in BRICS, emerging economies and developing countries. Now let's see what is the question related to it. So first, who has been elected as the new president of the New Development Bank? And the options are KV Kamath, Marcos Trojo, Anil Kishora and Yi Gang. So the correct answer, you all know that it is Marcos Trojo. So KV Kamath currently serving, and soon he'll get retire as the president of New Development Bank, and Marcos Trojo will take over him. And Anil Kishora has been elected as the vice president, and Yi Gang is the governor of China's central bank. The next question is, where is the headquarters of New Development Bank located? The options are New Delhi, Rio de Janeiro, Cape Town and Shanghai. So the correct answer for this, you all know, it's Shanghai. Moving to the next news, Operation Warp Speed launched by US. So Operation Warp Speed has been launched by US President Donald Trump. This initiative is related to speeding up of coronavirus vaccine research and development. This program is a public-private partnership initiative started by the US federal government, and China is also in the race of developing a vaccine against COVID-19. Until now, 5 vaccines have been developed and tested on humans in China. Chinese government and private companies have invested in companies like Beijing-based Sinovac Biotech Limited, which started the second stage of testing for its vaccine in May 2020. So there is a race between US and China that who is going to develop this coronavirus vaccine first. So the question related to it is, which country has recently launched Operation Warp Speed? So the correct answer for this will be option B, that is USA. Moving to the next news, Karnataka government to launch State Health Register program. So Karnataka government will be soon launching its first of its kind initiative, that is State Health Register. The aim of this project is to maintain the health database of all citizens, and this project will be implemented on pilot basis in Chikkabalur district of Karnataka. A team of primary health center officials, revenue officials, education department staff and Asha Karyakarta will undertake a survey of all the people in the state. And this initiative will help the government in providing better healthcare facilities along with efficient mobilization of resources and implementing various other schemes. Talking about Karnataka, its capital is Bengaluru, its chief minister is B.S. Yediyurappa and governor is Vajubhai Vala. So the question related to it is, which state government will soon launch State Health Register program? Karnataka, Maharashtra, Uttar Pradesh, Odisha, and the correct answer you all know is Karnataka. Moving to the next news, Montenegro, first country in Europe to declare itself coronavirus free. So Montenegro is the first country in Europe that has declared itself coronavirus free in less than 2 months after the first case was detected in the country. Talking about Montenegro, it's a country located on the coast of the Balkans. It shares its border with, you can see in the map, Bosnia and Herzegovina and Serbia. Here it's Albania, Croatia and Kosovo. And its capital is Podgorica and its currency is Euro. So which European country has declared itself coronavirus free? And the options are Albania, Finland, Montenegro and Switzerland. So the correct answer for this is option C, that is Montenegro. Next news, very important, locust control operations in Rajasthan, Punjab, Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh. So the government of agriculture and farmers welfare has stepped up locust control operations in Rajasthan, Punjab, Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh. There have been active swarms of immature locusts in western and northwestern India, and now the locusts are being seen in urban areas also. The first swarms, they were reported along the India-Pakistan border in April, and this was months ahead of their usual time of arrival. Usually they arrive between July to October, but this time they arrived early. And the reason that is being told is that the cyclonic storms Mekunu and Luban that affected Oman and Yemen, respectively, Mekunu in Oman and Luban in Yemen in 2018. So they have provided breeding ground for locusts because in these desert areas, due to cyclonic storms, lakes were formed and they provided breeding grounds for the locust. Talking about desert locust, it is one of about a dozen species of short-horned grasshoppers and that are known to change their behavior and form swarms of adults or bands of hoppers. And they differ from grasshoppers as locusts can change their behavior and habits and can migrate over large distances. Here you can see figure. In this you can see the red spots. The red spots are basically, these are swarms, and this was the condition in India between 13 to 19 May. And there is a prediction that these locusts, they can migrate from this region of Rajasthan. They have already migrated 20 to 26 May. We have seen the migration from Rajasthan to Madhya Pradesh, and there is a possibility that it can also reach to Delhi, Uttar Pradesh and Bihar region. So therefore the alert has been raised. So let's move to the next news. CPET to take up research and development initiatives in areas of healthcare. Central Institute of Plastics, Engineering and Technology will start research and development in the areas of healthcare like manufacturing and certifying PPE to fight against coronavirus. The testing facilities for PPE and related products at the 3 CPET Institute of Plastic Technology centers at Bhubaneswar, Chennai and Lucknow will be ready soon as per WHO guidelines. So what is this Central Institute of Plastic Engineering and Technology? This is an institute that was established in 1968 at Chennai by the Government of India with assistance of UNDP, United Nations Development Program, and it functions under the Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers. Its main objective is to develop manpower in different disciplines of plastic engineering and technology. So question about it, which of the following is not true about CPET? It was established in 1968 by the Government of India with assistance of World Bank. So this statement is not true because it was set up with the assistance of UNDP. It functions under the Ministry of Chemical and Fertilizers. This is true. It will take up research and development in the areas of healthcare to deal with COVID-19. So this is also true. So the statement which is not true about CPET is the first one. Moving to the next, SN Rajeshwari selected as new CMD of Oriental Insurance. So Banks Board Bureau has selected SN Rajeshwari as the new chairman and managing director of Oriental Insurance Company. SN Rajeshwari currently is the general manager of New India Insurance and she will replace AV Girja Kumar, who will retire this month. What is this Banks Board Bureau? So it was formed in 2016 as an autonomous recommendatory body, and this board recommends the selection of whole-time directors as well as non-executive chairpersons of public sector banks and state-owned financial institutions. So SN Rajeshwari has been selected as the new chairman and MD of which company? So the options are Apollo Munich Health Insurance Company Limited, Oriental Insurance Company Limited, National Insurance Company Limited and Reliance General Insurance Company Limited. So the correct answer for this is option B. Moving to the next one. India and China activated working mechanism to disengage and de-escalate the situation. So amid the ongoing tensions between India and China, the two nations have activated working mechanism at the diplomatic level. Besides military to military conversation at the field level, diplomats now will discuss so as to engage and de-escalate the current situation. This working mechanism for consultation and coordination on India-China border affairs, it was established in January 2012 when Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister. The joint secretary level officials from both sides head this working mechanism, and these joint secretaries from both sides, they help the special representatives for boundary talks. So from India, the special representative currently is Mr. Ajit Doval, who is National Security Advisor. And now in this situation, Joint Secretary in the MEA, Naveen Srivastava, is leading the talks at the diplomatic level. So let's see the question related to it. When was the working mechanism for consultation and coordination on India-China border affairs established? And the options are 2002, 2005, 2010 and 2012. So the correct answer for this is option D, that is 2012. So friends, here we have comprehensively covered daily current affairs of 29 May 2020. I hope you like this session. Like it, share it, subscribe to our channel Pendulum Edu, and do not forget to press the bell icon to receive notification. Thank you so much.